seem to know when it's time to call. Rainy day people don't talk, they just listen when they've heard it all. Rainy day lovers don't lie when they tell you they've been down like you. Rainy day people don't mind if you cry too. If you get lonely, all you really need is a rainy day love. Rainy day people all know there's no sorrow they can't rise above. Rainy day lovers don't love any others, and that would not be kind. Rainy day people all know how it hangs on your peace of mind. Rainy day lovers don't love any others, that would not be kind. Rainy day people don't know how it hangs on your peace of mind. Rainy day people always need to know when you're feeling blue. High stepping strutters who land in the gutter sometimes need one too. Hanging on, leaving, try to believe it if you've been down too long. Rainy day lovers hide love inside, they just pass it on. Rainy day lovers don't hide love inside, they just pass it on. Hey, how you doing out there, Guitar Heroes? All right, we got a little Gordon Lightfoot today. Rainy Day People, 1974. We know Gordon Lightfoot is Canadian and put out all kinds of great songs in the 70s primarily. We like this song because it's we have no bar chords, and so we're going to keep it easy from that perspective. We're going to play I think in the key of D, but I might be off a little bit on that. We've got the three major chords in the key of D, D, A, and G, and we got an E minor, which I think falls into that. So I think that's where we are. I think we're in the key of D. So we're going to just do a little intro, which is pretty much just using the chords in the first two lines, and I don't even know if that's perfect. I listened to it, and I wasn't really sure if I really followed it precisely, because there's some other instruments that are in there, but just for making it sound okay, let's say, I just took D and I did a few little picks here. E minor, G, A, D. And that's roughly the pace of the song, and then we start in with the first verse. And so it starts on D, so we just hang on that D. D, rainy day people always seem to know when it's E minor, time to call. G, now we gotta pump up the voice here a little bit. Back to G. Rainy day people don't A, they just, no, don't talk, okay, talk A, they just listen when they've D, heard it all. Back to G again. Rainy day lovers don't A, lie when they tell you G, they've been down like you. G, rainy day people don't A, mind if you're crying a G, a tear or two. So I kind of like the picking part on this kind of a ballad, so to speak, but there wouldn't be anything wrong with strumming. So let's kind of get a pace down for this first verse. Rainy day people always seem to know when it's time to call. Rainy day people don't talk, they just listen when they've heard it all. Rainy day lovers don't lie when they tell you I'm a man like you. Rainy day people don't mind and you're crying a tear or two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got kind of a medium pace here, so to speak. Maybe a little bit on the slower side, but medium pace. So the next verse is exactly the same. We start out with the D, we go to the E minor, we got G, A, D, G, A, D, and a G, A, G, D. Same exact thing as the first verse. And then there's a little bit of an instrumental, and I'm not even sure exactly what's playing in the background. It might be violins. I know there's some orchestra that's in the background here. A little instrumental for the first 2 lines of the next verse, which I believe is exactly the same as the second verse. So we do a little picking instrumental, so to speak, right? The D. Keep in mind now, same pace as and so you kind of pretend like you're going in the first verse. Rainy day people. E minor. G, A. And then we go, rainy day lovers, G don't. A love any others. G, that would not be D. So it's the same as the last 2 lines. We're just kind of strumming or picking for the first 2 lines, but it's basically, it appears the last 2 lines are exactly the same as the second verse. And then we've got a third verse, and that's the same thing too. There's not really a chorus in here. It's just basically 3 verses and then a little instrumental that goes along with the verse, and then the last 2 lines. So not too complicated from that perspective. And I tuned down one just for singing purposes. I tried to go up a little bit higher, and it seemed like I was struggling a little bit with the voice. I left it like that. So technically we would be in the key of D flat. If I start with a D and I'm tuned down 1, right, then I'm D flat. But it doesn't really matter. Use the capo as you feel makes some sense. And that's about all that there is on this song. It's a fairly slow pace, and the chord changes are not very fast. So this gives, kind of the those that aren't, up to speed with lots of speed, another slower song to kind of start working up your skills, forming your chords, and making a little bit slower changes, and then kind of working your way into the singing and playing at the same time. Okay, well, I hope you got something out of this lesson. Rainy Day People by Gordon Lightfoot, 1974. Take it easy, see you next time, and keep on strumming out there.